Since the time when Brigham Young taught that both the moon and the sun were inhabited by people, has the Mormon Church ever found scientific evidence of that to be true? You can find this in Journal of Discourses, 1870, volume 13, page 271.
Question 2. Since the time when Brigham Young taught that both the moon and the sun were inhabited by people, has the Mormon Church ever found scientific evidence of that to be true? This is taken from the Journal of Discourses, volume 13, page 271. So, let us read the relevant quote here from that. I will not read the full context, just a few lines here. He does say, "We are called ignorant, so we are, but what of it? Are not all ignorant? I rather think so. Who can tell us of the inhabitants of this little planet that shines of an evening called the moon? When you inquire about the inhabitants of that sphere, you find that the most learned are as ignorant in regard to them as the most ignorant of their fellows. So it is with regard to the inhabitants of the sun. Do you think it is inhabited? I rather think it is. Do you think there is any life there? No question of it. It was not made in vain. It was made to give light to those who dwell upon it, and to other planets, and so will this earth when it is celestialized. Every planet in its first rude organic state receives not the glory of God upon it, but is opaque. But when celestialized, every planet that God brings into existence is a body of light, but not till then." So what is Brigham Young saying here? Now, he does say that when he says, who can tell us of the inhabitants of the moon or the sun? But he starts off by saying that we're all ignorant. So maybe there are no inhabitants on the moon. He's saying we don't know anything. But he does state his belief that there is, and it is given as an opinion more than anything else, because he states it as, do you think it is inhabited? And then followed by, I rather think it is. So he's not teaching this as doctrine. He's giving this as an opinion. The only thing that could be called doctrine in this quote is his statement that it was not made in vain, saying that, nothing that God creates is without a purpose. Now, he doesn't go into details on the moon, but he does talk about what he elaborates on his opinions regarding life on the sun, and he states that it is in a celestialized state, that it used to be in a mortal state, as our earth is now, and is now celestialized. So if we grant that his opinion is true, his doctrine, which it isn't, never has been, but if we accept it, then we look at it, can we really expect there to be scientific proof of celestial beings on the sun? That's asking for scientific proof of God. God lives in a celestialized state. If the sun is also in a celestialized state, as he says the earth will be when it is also celestialized, then there would be no way for our mortal science to detect anything like that. So whether he's teaching doctrine or not doesn't really matter, because the question is asking about scientific evidence for spiritual things. You can't prove the Holy Spirit with science. You can't prove God with science. So, no, there's no scientific evidence, and there never will be. Because even if he is right, even if his opinion is correct, our mortal science would not be able to confirm or deny it.